This is a water crock, and these are typically used like in Mexico.
Carrie Hopkins shows household items containing dangerous levels of lead.
These items here are surma. This is used in the Middle East as it's a religious powder, and it can be found to be as high as like 80% lead.
Hopkins is a public health nurse and the coordinator of San Diego County's Childhood Lead Poisoning Prevention Program, which educates doctors about lead testing regulations, including the required screening of children in programs such as Medi-Cal at 1 and 2 years of age. But a recent state audit that reviewed 10 years of data showed nearly 60% of children who meet that criteria were not tested here in San Diego County. The CDC says lead poisoning can damage the brain and slow development. Children under 6 are especially at risk because they're still developing, and they're more likely to touch contaminated items in their environment and then put their hands in their mouths.
At-risk populations also include children living at or below the poverty level and refugee children.
The state report also reviewed the number of children who tested positive for lead in San Diego County, which was second only to Los Angeles County in the state. Hopkins says there's an explanation.
We get a lot of refugees coming from other countries that can have elevated lead levels, as well as frequent travel to and from Mexico with our population can have us have higher lead levels in our children than in other parts of the county.
Locally, if a child tests positive for lead, Hopkins and her team is notified. Now armed with this new data, they'll continue to work to track down hazards.
When you test it with the lead swab stick, you can see that it comes back bright red, and they say that red means lead.
Ebone Monet, KPBS News.
If it doesn't come back red, that doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't have lead in it. It really just means